what's up, everybody? We're back with another episode of the Matt with the Mic podcast. Today we have another guest for you all, Uncle Noor.
What's up, everybody?
What's up? Today we're going to be talking about the Knicks, different fan experiences, some of the new news that's come out this week, so we can get started right away. How you doing, man?
Oh, man, I'm great. I feel good.
I feel good.
Good.
The Knicks are doing good. You love to see it.
I
You
love to see it, man. It's been a long time coming.
Yep, on Tuesday, trade for Mikal Bridges, 5 first-round picks. Doesn't matter how many first-round picks we got in.
Doesn't matter. We'll get into that.
Yeah. And then yesterday, to get OG Anunoby signed to that max deal.
Man.
I love it.
Man. I don't even know. It's been 29 years of misery as a Knicks fan.
Yeah.
And you finally have some, a competent front office, you have
Uncle Leon.
Uncle Leon, man. I want to meet that dude so bad.
Yeah, for the past couple of years, the Knicks have been stockpiling these assets to go and get a star. And I feel like we've been waiting all this time, like, oh, come on. He's sleeping or something. And then finally this offseason is where they kind of break through.
Comes in with a bang. And everybody thinks when they think stockpiling picks to trade for a star, nobody thinks about Mikal Bridges. Right?
Exactly.
Everybody's like, oh, Paul George, oh, Joel Embiid, Devin Booker, But I think what people don't understand is that Mikal Bridges, forget the Nova, right? Like, that's cool too. Chemistry always
100%
is number one, right? But what he brings to the table defensively, on the wing, I mean, it's just, he's a perfect piece.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say. He may not be the best player on the market, but he just fits better than anybody else could have.
With this specific system.
Exactly. So, like, I saw something the other day. They're calling the Knicks the new Wingstop because of how many wings we got. I think it's a perfect setup to be able to take on, obviously, Boston after they won the chip.
100%.
Because they obviously have Tatum and they have Brown, and then now to be able to get a guy like Anunoby, keep him, and then Bridges, I think it just defensively matches up perfectly.
And the fact that we were so good, forget Mikal, right? When we had OG and Randall and everybody was healthy,
we were 14-2.
We were unstoppable.
That month of January, we looked like the best team in basketball.
Everybody, it was ridiculous. And then we're able to not only land Mikal Bridges, but we're able to keep Randall. We're able to keep Anunoby.
Hopefully, Hartenstein will see about that.
Hopefully, I think he's going to come around.
I think he sees the vision in New York like Anunoby saw. Like I saw Anunoby turn down more money from other teams to stay with New York.
That's what he could have got more money. Right?
Yeah.
So was it a max that we gave him?
No, the max we could have given him was $49 a year. We gave him $42 a year.
Okay.
So he did take some less money because I think he saw the vision.
He did,
and I hope 100%. Hartenstein sees that as well. Obviously, the max money New York can give Hartenstein is a 4-year $72, and I think he could get around $100 million from a place like OKC or Orlando. So I guess we'll see what he makes of that.
That's true. 72. So what is that, like 17, 18 million a year?
Yeah, it would be 4 years, 17. I think that's like somewhere in that 17 to 19 million range. Okay. So, I mean, I guess we'll see what he does.
And I think trading those picks, what we did yesterday, was we were able to save
we're saving money.
$3 million.
Yeah, and I think today we also saved a lot of money too. Knicks today drafted Tyler Kolek.
Not going to lie, I've never heard of this kid until today.
Me neither.
But I only heard good things. So,
I guess we'll see. Yeah, I saw a couple of weeks ago somebody had him like pick 20.
Really?
Yeah.
What did we get him at, 30, 38?
34, I think.
34.
Knicks traded up for him today, grabbed their backup point guard. I think that's what they really missed last season, obviously, with all the injuries. But, like, those minutes when Brunson is off the court, they need a facilitator, a guy who can run that offense. And, obviously, I love Deuce McBride, but he really isn't a true point guard. He's more of a shooting guard.
Shooting guard, that's true.
So, to get a guy like Kolek, who averaged around 7 assists in college, yeah, I think it was a really great pick. A little bit of a steal at 34.
I am mad we missed out on Zach Edey.
Yeah.
I really, I don't know how he went 9.
I don't think, yeah.
Like, everybody was projecting 30.
I saw
25 to 30, so I thought it was a lock. He's coming to the Knicks, and, we'll be okay letting go of Hartenstein.
Yeah, and then the Grizzlies grabbed
him at 9.
I don't know. Crazy. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking there. I mean, he's a nice piece next to Jaren Jackson Jr., but I don't know. I don't know.
It's okay. Good things coming. Good things coming for the Knicks.
Yes.
The first time in a long time, I feel really positive about,
Speaking on that, so what's your earliest memories as a Knicks fan?
My earliest memories as a Knicks fan. I don't remember 99. I'm not going to tell you I remember 99. I remember having an Allen Houston jersey, right? And he was my favorite player, even though I barely remember. I was maybe 6, 7 years old. But my earliest memory, probably my first game. I want to say it was 05, 06. We had Zach Randolph on the team, and he hit a half-court buzzer beater to end the half.
Your first game?
My first game.
That's like me. My first game. We went to a playoff game.
It was this
game
right?
one versus the Pacers. Isaiah Hartenstein at the end of the first half.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, from 60 feet. That was sick.
Oh, yeah.
Whole arena exploded.
That's probably my earliest memory. I mean, I don't know. It's probably the earliest I can remember right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's great to be a Knicks fan. I love being a Knicks fan. Now it's great.
Now it's great. It's been miserable.
I can't. I've only been watching since 2021 when we played the Hawks. We lost to the Hawks in 5. That's when I really started paying attention to the Knicks.
Oh, Trae Young.
Yeah. Ice Trae. Became the villain in New York.
I went to game 1 of that series.
Yes, I remember that.
I went to game 1 of that series. That was right after COVID.
Yep, that was when like everybody was wearing the masks and everything.
And it was still rocking.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it was the Garden was at like 50% capacity or 70%, something like that.
And it was
rocking.
Yeah, it's still loud.
It was loud.
It's the Garden. Whether you have 1,000 fans in there or all 18,000, it's just as loud. Because Knicks fans, I feel like, are like the best fans
ever.
Yeah,
because they're passionate and they're smart.
Exactly.
You know, like it's one of the only fan bases where you could talk to anybody about basketball. Today, I was at the dentist, and my dentist was talking to me about the Knicks. You know, I swear we had a full conversation about the Knicks while he's cleaning my teeth.
Yeah, but I walk around. You walk around, and I see kids in school. They're talking about the Knicks. So I feel like everybody knows who the Knicks are. Obviously, based in New York, we really love to see how the bright lights and these guys. Like Brunson, a guy who came from Dallas. Was really
Brunson.
Yeah, I love Brunson.
Let me apologize to Brunson right now. Okay, if you ever see this, because when I signed you,
I can account for this.
I hated you. I hated your guts. It's the dumbest signing we've ever done.
4 years, $100 million is too much.
I said, who is this dude? Why are we giving him $100 million? I've never heard of him in my life. He had one 40-point game in the playoffs.
Yeah, versus
right?
Utah
when Luka was out.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, this guy, I'm like, I don't see it. But he proved me wrong. He proved me wrong like 3 months into the season. I love you.
Yes,
I love you so much, bro. Thank you for changing, the way.
He changed New York basketball.
Straight up, completely.
We went from having no point guard for 10 years to having the point guard of our future.
So I seen something today on Twitter. It said Leon Rose turned Elfrid Payton into Jalen Brunson, and he turned R.J. Barrett into Mikal Bridges.
We had Reggie Bullock, bro. We had Reggie Bullock. I remember when Reggie Bullock was the best three-point shooter on this team, bro.
Man.
He turned Nerlens Noel into Isaiah Hartenstein.
I remember when Steve Novak was the best three-point shooter. You remember Steve Novak?
Nope.
It might have been before you were born. No.
I've heard of him.
No, it was maybe the 2013 season.
I've heard of him.
Steve Novak and Chris Copeland. Those guys were our shooters.
Bro, we went from our playoffs. Our playoff starting point guard was Elfrid Payton. And then he got benched for Derrick Rose. And then we had Alec Burks as our starting point guard in the playoffs.
Oh my God.
That's embarrassing. And now
Alec Burks, that's my guy. He came through for us this year.
Yeah, at the end of the season.
At the end, he did what he was supposed to do.
Played like 18 minutes, dropped like 15 points.
Do we still have him?
He's free agent.
We're probably not going to resign him.
No. I don't really think it's worth it. Considering, I think the Knicks already have their 10-man mapped out.
And Boyan's gone.
Yeah, to the Nets.
So now it's Brunson, Mikal, OG, Randall, hopefully Hartenstein or Mitch, right?
Mm-hmm.
With Deuce, Dante, and Hart.
I saw something about Deuce today. I don't know if you saw it.
I did.
That the Knicks
thinking about trading him?
Yeah, they were thinking about trying to throw him into that Bridges deal to be able to free up some cap space for Hartenstein. And I don't know, the thing with Deuce is he's so good, but the Knicks already have a lot of guys I feel like he's so similar to DiVincenzo, but the way his defense, I think Deuce is kind of like that piece. He's just like a perfect slot in.
He has to stay, and he's on a great contract.
Yeah, 3 years,
13 million.
Oh my God, Leon Rose is like a genius, bro. I swear to God,
that dude's a magician.
He legit locked up Deuce on that 3 year cheap $13 million contract right before, and then after that contract, he was shooting like 45% from three.
That's one of the main reasons why we got rid of Quickly too.
Exactly.
To, because
They had.
And I miss Quickly.
Yeah.
I miss Quickly so much.
I miss Quickly too. I don't miss Barrett. I don't think Barrett was that good.
He's okay.
He's
okay. But we have somebody interrupting the podcast right now, so thank you. I missed RJ too. I'm not gonna lie. When we first made that trade,
yeah, I was like, "This is really worth it."
I was salty, right? But then OG came in and made like a stupid difference.
Yeah,
automatically.
Like, it wasn't even like on paper. Just like you could see defensively, the Knicks were a different team.
Exactly. Besides his plus minus was what you know.
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. He had a plus minus in every game that he played up until after his injury. So I think that is what the only thing that really could be the problem here. Injuries.
His injuries are scary. I don't think they didn't put any injury clauses. I don't think you can put injury clauses in.
You can, I think. But the thing is, contracts? Yeah, but no real information came out on that contract. I saw that he has a player option in the final year, and there's a trade kicker. So obviously more details to come out about that. You know how that contract's mapped out.
Whatever it is, I will never question Leon Rose again.
Nope.
That guy is awesome.
He saved the Knicks.
I've dealt with Phil Jackson. I've dealt with Isaiah Thomas, right? And this is like...
This guy is unbelievable, dude.
And he took over 4 years ago, 5 years ago? 4 years ago he took over. 2020.
He's turned this Knicks franchise around. I mean...
Shout out to Julius Randle. Big shout out to Julius Randle.
He's been through it.
Big shout out to Julius Randle.
He's been through it.
Yeah, he came in, and then like the Nova boys kind of took over, and everybody's kind of like, "Oh, trade Randle."
Yeah,
I love Randle.
I think he gets a lot of unnecessary hate for his playoff performances. Obviously, on paper, his playoff performances have been awful. I mean, he has like the worst shooting percentage in playoff history. But if you look back at those different scenarios, obviously the first one, it was his first playoff performance. He was carrying a team. He's not really that guy who carries a team. Obviously, now they have Brunson, who was really the man in New York. But like he had a lot of pressure in that first series versus Atlanta. And then last year, a lot of people say, he was the reason they lost, but he was dealing with a lot of ankle injuries too. So I think he kind of gets a break for those two.
And his attitude kind of, but
yeah. But I feel like
he was talking about it. I think he was talking about it on the podcast with Melo.
Or no, that's a different podcast. I saw that one.
And he was saying how remember when he gave the fans a thumb down because they were blaming him, they were booing him.
Yeah.
And he was like how he really learned from that, and he really like took that and like he changed his whole attitude.
Yeah.
And stuff.
We saw a big difference between when Brunson came in with him, and then I feel like a lot of pressure was taken off of his back.
Of course.
Yeah. And I feel like he's really adapted to being a good player in New York. Be able to take the criticism from fans. Obviously, Knicks fans give a lot of criticism.
Well, that's exactly the thing. You have to have thick skin.
Even me as a Knicks fan, I give a lot of criticism at the lowest of lows, and then at the highest of highs, I'm there. So
it's the best.
Yeah,
it's the best.
This season was the highest of highs. I loved this season much.
This is the best Knicks season I've ever,
Yeah,
even better than the 2013 season. We went to the second round. I was convinced we were going to win the championship that year too. I was really because
honestly, this year I think if we weren't hurt, we would have given Boston a real shot.
We would have given them a problem, and that's what makes me like. I know that this year exactly. I know that this year, last season, we beat Boston by 30, and nobody tell me it doesn't matter.
Exactly. They were playing hard. I watched that game from start to finish.
They had all their pieces. Everybody was playing, and they were playing hard, and they got
even a healthy Kristaps Porzingis. And Randall wasn't there. Now we have Bridges.
Was OG? OG was there.
OG played in that game. But Randall. Bro, OG's like ever since the end of January, OG's been playing with an injury. You can't tell me otherwise. Like I was looking at his highlights today, and you could tell like after like January 5th, he starts wearing that elbow brace. Yeah. So it really wasn't something that like happened. Like the Randall injury happened that in one specific spot. No, something that lingered with him. Yeah,
that's the only thing that scares me. But at the same time, he put us in a position. I mean, props to him. You got to get paid. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I was 26. You guys were 26-6 with me in the lineup. I want my money.
Exactly, and he deserves it. Yeah. But the injury is a little, it's scary, but
yeah,
nothing we could do. We traded Randall and Quickly, RJ and Quickly.
You have to keep him.
You got to keep him. You got to do whatever it takes.
That would have been the first real mistake that Leon Rose would have made here in New York is letting OG walk by, obviously, keeps him with the
because the day before, right, when we traded for McCall, everybody was a little, they still didn't want to lose OG, but they were like,
we want to go out and get a guy.
Okay, even if OG leaves, you know what I'm saying? We're in a good place. We got McHale, we're in a good place. But the fact that they were able to keep McHale,
OG.
I mean, trade for McHale and then keep OG, that's impressive.
Yeah, that's
impressive.
Leon Rose has been amazing this offseason. And this is something he's been, like I said, he's been building up for this for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I mean, I've watched the last three Knicks drafts, and I'm like, what is he doing? Keeps trading out of the draft. I mean, the Knicks haven't, like, we trade in 2021, we traded to OKC. Last year, we didn't make a first-round pick. We traded those picks. And then now that we're down this line, and then, he stockpiles them all together to get Bridges, I mean, this is something that's been in the works for a while.
It's great.
I saw something today that was like, the initial offer for Donovan Mitchell last year. It was RJ Quickly, it was like 5 firsts and a second. That was the offer for Donovan Mitchell. So somebody said, would you rather that offer for Donovan Mitchell or the same offer for OG and Mikal?
OG and Mikal.
Exactly. Because that essentially that's what the Knicks gave up for OG and Mikal.
Yeah. No, without a doubt.
That is.
And I love Donovan Mitchell. I really, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I'd love to have him on the Knicks. But
to have those 2 3-and-D wings.
Yeah. And that's what you need, especially to deal with a team like Boston.
Exactly. That's like if you want to put it like football, for like having 2 top corners.
Yeah.
It's a great fit for the Knicks, I think. Yeah, man. It's gonna be lit.
Man, exciting.
It's gonna be sick.
Baseball trick shots.
I want to talk Yankees, but I don't want to talk Yankees because they're really stressing me out right now.
Baseball in general, I mean, is Subway Series.
I don't know, man. I've been like, I think because the Knicks took up so much of my attention, right?
Yeah.
Towards like April and May, that I didn't really focus on the Yankees, and that's when the Yankees were like, everybody was like, oh my God, the Yankees are going to win the World Series.
Yeah, and then now when the Yankees are all you really got.
And then they went through some, I don't know what it is.
I saw Gleyber Torres got benched.
Yeah, I mean, have you seen his defense?
He's been terrible.
I don't know.
Subway Series happened the last couple of days.
Oh, yeah?
Yankees got smacked.
Yeah, I like that, right?
I don't know, man. That was bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think they'll be good once Garrett Cole gets rolling. Obviously, I feel like New York baseball has taken a turn in general.
The Mets really turned it around.
Yeah,
they were. A
couple weeks ago, they were like 10 games below 500, and now they're back at 500 at the 7th spot.
Yeah, no, so, they really turned it around.
Yeah, and then the Yankees obviously had a really hot start to the season. I've kind of cooled down recently.
And what's his name is killing it?
Francisco Alvarez,
but also the pitcher we had, Severino.
Oh, Severino. I saw Severino, yes.
He had a game the other day.
Mm-hmm. But Francisco Alvarez, to talk about him, I mean, he's been amazing, scorching hot. Another pitcher.
What's the Mets record with him? I seen it was like.
Oh yeah, and the time he missed, we were like so bad. I didn't see the specific.
I know. I seen something about that.
The specific splits.
Yeah.
But they are much better with him in the lineup. Obviously, he missed I think it was 6 weeks with the thumb injury. So I mean, Mets starting to turn it around. Hopefully, the Yankees can get back.
I think they will. Yeah, I think they will.
Yeah,
Rizzo's been. I don't know what's up with Rizzo.
He broke his arm.
Well, yeah, but before he got hurt, he was really
off?
he was like bad.
Well, I think right now the whole team is like Aaron Judge. He has 30 homers.
Aaron Judge is different.
He's nasty, different.
Bro. And Juan Soto is like I never really paid attention to Juan Soto's game.
Yeah.
He was always he was in the National League.
He he's like mind games with that shuffle.
He's ridiculous. He's ridiculous.
Yeah,
he's such a mean hitter.
Pairing him and Judge was a really good decision.
Genius.
I saw
now, you got to pay him.
Yeah, exactly. And they asked him about it. To speak about another player who they were asking about like trade and signing rumors. Juan Soto said he whatever happens in free agency. So I don't think he's really committed to the Indians.
Yeah, I mean, his agent is Scott Boras.
Yeah,
Scott Boras is no joke.
He's a money.
Scott Boras is no joke.
Oh my God! You saw what he did with Carlos Correa. He got Carlos Correa $300 million. He bats $200 the next year. And then I saw Vladimir Guerrero.
I seen something about that.
He said, so 2 years ago, he said he wouldn't play for the Yankees if his life depended on it.
Yeah.
And then now he's saying he's a little softened up a little bit. He said if it happened, it's business. So what do you think about that?
It's Vladimir Guerrero.
Yeah, I mean, Yankees need a first baseman.
Yeah.
I think trade deadline is coming up end of July, I think it is.
End of July, trade deadline.
So within the next month, could see some trades happening. With the Mets, don't know if they're going to sell or buy at the deadline. I mean, 500, see what happens.
I think it really depends on, how how the next month plays out.
If they are to sell, you could see guys like Alonso go. That's what I saw.
Take Alonso on the Yankees.
Yeah, I mean, I think if the Mets were to sell, Alonso to the Yankees would be really nice.
But with the I was gonna say I don't know if the Mets would trade with the Yankees,
they wouldn't. Yeah,
But I also said the same thing about the Nets and the Knicks.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, but the Knicks overwhelmed the Nets with all those picks.
And Bridges also told them
trade me to the Knicks.
I'm going to the Knicks, whether you like it or not. When we have him for 2 years now, right?
Yeah, bro, his contract is it's aging like fine wine, bro.
What is it? 20? I think it's 22 this year and 23, or 23 this year, 24 next year.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's unbelievable. I love that, dude. I saw something. People exaggerating over OG making so much money, but then you put it up to so OG, Brunson, and Bridges are making a combined 90, and Chris Paul, Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker are making 150.
150 combined, yeah.
So when you look at it like that, the Knicks had this money to give the OG and OG.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I love that about all these different Knicks players. They're so unselfish. They're so unselfish.
So do you think Brunson signs the extension this year?
I think he signs the extension this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're giving up 130 million.
That's what. Yeah. This year would be a 4-year 156. Next year would be a 270.
Would you do it?
Hell no. Hell no, would I do that? No way. But I think as him, he sees the vision, he understands that the Knicks have a lot of guys that they got to pay.
And then playing in a market like New York,
yeah.
If he wins in New York, right?
That's bigger than any amount of money.
It's really, because he's gonna make it 10 times over. I was saying this today to somebody. I was like, Brunson could make the vet minimum. We could pay him the vet minimum, right? And if he wins in New York, he'll still be making max money on other endorsements, Yeah,
I saw during the playoffs he had that Nike billboard thing.
Right outside MSG?
Yeah, I don't know if he's signing a deal. I haven't seen anything about that.
I don't know, but I would love to actually replace that with the Tatum billboard.
Oh yeah, that was disgusting.
Yeah. But they won the chip, so
yeah, I mean, can't blame Boston. Yeah, I saw it coming from the beginning of the year. Once they got Holiday and Porzingis.
Once they got Porzingis, I remember saying it. Once they got Porzingis, that they were going to be a real problem and they were going to win.
I think it was Holiday that did it for me because obviously we knew about the Celtics already offensively. They're a high flying offense, with Tatum and Brown as that duo. But then to be able to get that defensive stalwart and Drew Holiday, I mean that's
And they got him a couple days before
the season.
Before the season started.
It was in that. There's the Damian Lillard trade.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is what happened. Okay, no. So the Damian Lillard trade happened before Holiday even went to the Celtics. So Damian Lillard to Milwaukee, Drew Holiday to Portland.
Yes.
And then Portland ended up sending Drew Holiday to the Celtics.
To Boston. Not for Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart went to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and that was a 3-team trade.
With Portland, Boston, and
Memphis.
Memphis? Oh.
That's what I think that was.
Okay.
Which Holiday?
Makes sense.
And then who did Memphis give up?
Was it Tyus Jones? No, it wasn't Tyus Jones. Was it Tyus Jones? No, it wasn't Tyus
I don't
Jones.
remember.
I don't know.
Anyways.
Memphis has their own problems. Is John Morant back next year? He is, right?
Yeah. I saw something today. John Morant's gonna shock you all next year.
Hey, he's like a super athlete. He really is.
Yeah, he's a freak athlete.
He really is. But that's also he reminds me of Prime D Rose.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
And it's so scary because look what happened.
So many injuries. Yeah, you see, John Morant flies on the court like Derrick Rose did, and then you saw what happened to Derrick Rose.
Exactly.
So you hate.
Everybody blames Tibbs.
Yeah.
For what happened to Derrick Rose.
Tibbs. They always hate him.
But, it was a playoff game or end of the season game when D Rose got hurt.
Yeah.
They were up by 30, right?
Yeah.
With 2 minutes left in the game. He didn't have to be in there.
Obviously.
At the same time,
it's playoffs.
It's like, yeah.
And Tibbs likes to play with players.
He likes to play with players.
Tibbs plays his players 40 minutes in the preseason.
Exactly. They get paid to play.
Yeah.
So,
I guess we'll see. I'm really excited for this next season. Hopefully something comes up of it. And, I think it's going to be really
sad
exciting.
if it's another second round exit.
I can't.
No. It's not going to be, as long as we stay healthy. We have to stay healthy.
If the New York Knicks stay healthy, listen to me. Keep this as receipts. If the New York Knicks stay healthy this season, they don't deal with any injuries, they are winning the chip. They are winning the chip. Keep this as receipt. Come back to this video in June of 2025 when the New York Knicks are hoisting the Larry O'Brien, and I'm sitting there at the parade watching them.
Man, I really thought Steve Novak would, take us to the chip. I swear to God, man, I was so delusional. My entire life as a Knicks fan, I've been so delusional, right? Like when we got Courtney Lee, I'm like, oh, this guy's great. He's gonna take us to the promised land. Langston Galloway. There was a point where Langston Galloway was our best player.
Thank God I wasn't watching during this time.
Oh, it was miserable, dude. It was miserable. But the only time that it was like, we felt confident was 2012, 2013, Melo, Amari. Was that Jason Kidd? We had Jason Kidd for a year. Was that year? It was either Jason Kidd or Chauncey Billups.
I remember that was when Carmelo was carrying the Knicks.
He was carrying. But then Amari...
Stoudemire?
Amari Stoudemire got hurt. Well, he hurt himself. He punched the fire hydrant glass. Yeah.
What?
They lost the game. He punched the fire hydrant glass and...
that's like what Jaden McDaniels did. Or Jalen McDaniels. Like last year.
He just got traded today, right?
Yeah.
He just got traded today, Jalen McDaniels.
It was Jalen or Jaden. Either one. After he got ejected, he punched the wall and he broke his hand.
Yeah, so he punched it and he cut his hand up and he missed. I don't remember. Missed a couple games.
Yeah.
But the Knicks are back.
Yes, sir.
And it's gonna be lit.
Yep. Well, guys, I'll see y'all for another episode. That'll do it. Thanks for coming on the show.
Absolutely.
Uncle Noor.
I'll be back next time in June 2025 when the Knicks are champions.
And we're gonna have a championship episode.
We're gonna have a flag over here.
Yeah, we're gonna have a big Knicks flag. We're all gonna be wearing Jalen Brunson jerseys. We're gonna get a little mini Larry O'Brien. hopefully, don't want to jinx anybody, but we'll see. So thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all with another episode.
Peace out, everybody.
Peace.